She was terror. She like fucking with niggas.
Might watch that tonight.
All right,
man.
fellas, we live.
All
All
right.
right.
They were live.
Yo, I respectfully disagree podcast. We are back in the building. Avery, E, appreciate you coming back, E.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man.
Had a few people reach out to me this morning. Was talking about our conversation yesterday. They said it was a dope conversation. You know, Charles said he might want to extend it, talk about some different stuff. It should be on.
Yeah, I mean that's cool, man. It's like I said yesterday, man. I ain't bashing nobody, but you know, facts is facts.
Yes,
it was
sir.
a good conversation. I was tuned in on live and stuff and listened to y'all go at it. Not go at it, but obviously just your points. And it was definitely something I've heard, but it's just like I like hearing different points of view, especially for somebody who I don't have any kids. That was a big thing when you were talking about kids and stuff. You know, that was huge. So I liked hearing that perspective from you guys.
So we back tonight as promised. Live on Facebook, live on Instagram. I'm live on YouTube. We got it all rolling tonight, man. So
what's up, big dog? Nah, I ain't getting heavy, man. I slimmed down.
Look, maybe they see me. Hell, I'm heavy over here.
Hey, I know.
We 210 cut.
This back is big.
Tonight's conversation is Kendrick Lamar. This is what I'm titling it, okay? Overall, the topic is top 5 West Coast artists.
Ever.
But I'm saying all of this because of the Kendrick Lamar situation right now. And I don't even want to ruffle feathers out the gate. So I want people to hear my point of view. But before we get started, man, I want to give shout outs to the Cochran Elementary School. They played a hell of a basketball game today. They were down the whole game and came back and took the lead with like 11 seconds left. They won by 1 point.
Who did they play? Who was the school
they played against Carter, which is like a nemesis.
When I was a kid, when I played at King, Carter's been good. Carter's always been one of those schools.
They all like every year that we was trying to win a championship, that's who we lost to.
Carter. Yeah.
And when I tell you the energy and the atmosphere of that game today, I have not seen even a high school game that intense. The cheerleaders almost got to fight. The referees had to break up the cheerleaders, bro. I swear. Shout out to my wife. She's an assistant principal. Her and the principal had to go and get the cheerleaders in order.
Wow.
That's how crazy. Like, dude,
that's crazy.
I see your face, E. That's what I'm telling you. I've never seen this before.
Man, fuck it, let them fight.
Listen to me, dog. Like, Carter's cheerleaders would flip to half court. Cochran's cheerleaders flip to half court. And then they looking at each other, doing all this. One little like elementary.
Yeah.
No disrespect to whoever's little child and stuff. And one little girl turned around and smacked her butt at the other little girl and was like, kiss my. And I'm sitting there like, bro. So look, it was so intense to where coming out of a timeout, the cheerleaders is still on the court. The boys were standing there while the cheerleaders is going back and forth. The referees had to break it all up. I'm like, bro, I've never seen that before.
As in a sense, though, that is dope, though.
That was fire.
Yeah, that is.
That was fire, and that's why I was just like,
is it appropriate? No, but it's still dope.
You could tell like the principal and then was just like,
I still would let them get.
Was the principal from Carter there as well?
That part I'm not sure.
Administration was there too.
But it was just like I'm talking about. It was so intense.
Angelina from the hood, she should have let him.
She
let him get 3 in.
She at a different level now,
man.
Yeah, no,
but
she big time.
Kudos to them, man. Hopefully, they play in the semifinals tomorrow, and then the championship is tomorrow night. So hopefully they pull out.
That's crazy.
But
see you, Coach Keith.
Like that was intense, man. But we gotta lay the background for this first. because I've been called a lot of things in the last few months. I finally saw your comments last night, Avery.
Yeah.
Talking about I got a Drake bias, and I'm going to go ahead out the gate.
I disagree.
I respectfully disagree because I don't consider myself a diehard Drake fan. At the end of the day, I appreciate people who are on top. And for 11 consecutive years, that man has been on top. Now, whether you like his music or not, that's neither here nor there. But the fact that people do not appreciate what he's given to music and this quote unquote culture, that's insane. So I'm telling you, whether you believe me or not, there is no Drake bias for me. And a conversation came up with us last night, and we said preference, but I also mentioned music speaks for itself. And contrary to a lot of people's belief, the world has spoken. And Drake got the #1 album right now. Whether it's your cup of tea or not.
We'll have to check those numbers because I will have to recheck those numbers because it was #1. And
this week, Billboard, Drake.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
#1.
It was #1, and then we're gonna have to check those numbers when we done.
So what I'm saying to you is, are people gonna be honest and say that that's also the Super Bowl effect?
No. What I'm saying is, we need to check those numbers because just from what I've seen, it was #1, and then somebody else.
There was a drop off the next day.
Yeah.
But then after that, it went back up.
But then they're talking about the sales too, and how one sold his first week and the other sold next week, and how Drake fans were stating that, damn, K. Dot sold 319,000. Oh my God, how they do that? Only for Drake to only sell 250,000 the same time.
So are we comparing an R&B album to a rap album?
What I'm just saying, where they're comparing the persons from Drake. That's all they're saying. They're comparing the persons. That's all. I'm just saying that's what a Drake.
So y'all buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because this is just a sneak peek, because you used the word bias last night.
Yeah,
and I'm saying to you, you're comparing apples to oranges.
There's no key.
Simply because guess what? I didn't even listen to the full project.
No.
So
I tried.
That's simply because I don't gel with the Drake singing stuff.
You don't like Drake R&B though?
I don't do that.
What about you, E? You don't like Drake R&B singing?
No, I don't.
I see bro came with the popcorn.
Like, okay, before we go into that, because I feel like this needs to be said, I actually like a lot of Drake songs.
I know you do, and I know a lot of people do, and I'm telling people that they're damn liar if they say they don't.
I haven't. The last real good Drake project for me. What is that one? Where you if it's too late, you've already. It's something like that. It had energy on there. It had 6 Man.
If you're reading this, it's too late.
Yeah, that was my last. I think his last real, in my opinion, a good album, like a classic album. After that, for me, I feel like he's been gone downhill, and
that's
some other stuff happened that made me look at him in a different light, and that's it is what it is. The Pusha T stuff, the Millie Bobby Brown stuff, the shit with him and that 17-year-old on the stage stuff. I look at all that, and that's where I make.
So let me ask you this, because I'm glad you mentioned with the 17-year-old.
Yeah,
that happened in what, 2010, 2012, 12.
It happened.
So again, that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying to you is, ever since that day, every artist on the planet Earth has collaborated with him with no fucking problem in the world. But now that the Messiah spoke up, now everybody wants to revisit what happened in 2012.
I don't think everyone's
and
doing
bring
that,
it to the light.
I don't think everyone's revisiting that. Because hell, what's his name is still riding with Drake.
This ain't about who's right. What I'm saying to you,
you're saying everybody.
This was not a talking point in the last decade. Drake has made music consecutively for 10 years, and nobody held that against him.
That situation when Millie Bobby Brown was a talking point.
That was recent, and within the last 5, 3,
5. but still, though, it happened.
You specifically mentioned a 17-year-old.
Yeah,
So that's
but
what I'm saying.
But it's still though, it still happened though.
I told you from the jump I wasn't gonna ambush because that's not the conversation that I'm trying to have, and it ain't to set you up or nothing like that. I'm saying that I'm glad you're mentioning these things because watching social media, you see a lot of people using those talking points as a reason to bash this man and talk about how he's not with the culture and certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Everybody's running with that line, which was brilliant. Not like us. I give it to you. It was brilliant.
It was a dope ass bar.
But I'm saying to you, bro.
But wasn't he talking about not just his? He was talking about his friends too, though, right?
So what I'm saying is, people use that bar, and now they're like, "This is why we don't mess with him because of the 17-year-old." And I saw it go viral on Twitter again. The girl had to come out and say something. Mm-hmm. Even the dad who was at the concert that night had to come out and say something. And I'm like, none of that stopped Rick Ross, 2 Chainz, Future, Gunna, Young Thug, and the list goes on for collaborating with him. Yeah. So now all of a sudden the industry wants to turn their back. And I'm saying that to me, in my opinion, that's just a bunch of people being fucking followers because of the moment. At this moment in life, the wave is we gonna hate Drake. And everybody's fucking jumping on it. And they just throwing shit at the wall and hope something stick, in my opinion. But guess what? 250,000 sold, whether y'all want to say it or not, is sold independently without the records backing, without no kind of commercial, nothing. So to me, there's no way in hell that y'all gonna turn that into an L. How is that an L if I'm the #1 on Billboard when everybody said his career was over? It was over. Drake's dead. He's a corpse, according to Joe Budden. He's a corpse.
I disagree.
I hate that we went off on this tangent. The conversation is top 5 West Coast artists. And I'm saying all of this because following the Super Bowl, now everybody's having this conversation about how Kendrick Lamar should be inserted in the conversations as the best to ever do it. He's got all these Grammys. He's got all these accolades. And I'm like, wait a minute. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
But then I saw a post where it said that he's better than Biggie and that Biggie should be beneath him in any conversation going forward. What say y'all?
Yep.
No.
Yes.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
But this is, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and be honest right now.
Bias.
I have a Biggie bias. Yeah. That's
so you gotta elaborate on that.
I'm honest with that. That's
you gotta elaborate on it then.
I grew up Tupac fan. West Coast for life. Fuck Bad Boy.
I mean, I understand that. I grew up with Pac too, though. But
I mean, that's
good
my
music and good lyricists is good music and good lyrics.
I get that.
Which is what they give Kendrick the edge and the props for, anyways.
You made a post, and I kind of figured you was trolling when you said that Biggie K. Dot doesn't have a single song better than Biggie. So you wasn't trolling. I
was not.
Okay, that's a lie. But anyway, he has what? How many albums?
Who, Biggie?
Yeah.
Alive or just period?
Period. How many albums how many studio albums does Biggie have?
I think it's like 3 or 4.
3 or 4?
Yeah.
I want to say 2. Maybe 3.
I think it's 2. You got to think about the one he had after the death.
Not Life or Death. It was one more after that.
What was that? Was that the Biggie duets?
The one was like on and on.
They got that song on there. He got a song on there with the white boy, with Eminem.
Hold on.
That's the hardest song on the album.
It might have been the Biggie duets.
Yeah. But do you consider that a Biggie album, or you consider that more of a collaboration that Diddy did?
I mean, they used the stuff that was already recorded.
You used, like, he had one of the tracks from used the bar from Notorious Thug, that whole line. Spit your game. Yeah. That's
talk your shit.
That's the same. So do you consider that? I don't consider that a Biggie album. I consider that.
Then stick with 2
compilation. So it's 2. So 2 albums. 2 albums. Okay, cool. So Biggie has 2 albums. Okay. I want to compare this to, let's say, football, for example. Who's the greatest quarterback of all time? Tom Brady. If Tom Brady had 2 Super Bowls, would he be in the GOAT conversation? Absolutely not.
I respectfully disagree.
You don't think that?
Because to me personally, I view Peyton Manning as the best quarterback I've ever seen in my life. And he only got what, 2?
He got 2.
So and this is not to, I love your comparison because it's perfect. Because I'm looking at what you're saying and I'm looking at all these Grammys that everybody throwing around.
And not even just Grammys though, too. But I mean, just the other accolades as well. It's not just Grammys with him. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry,
but I'm saying all of that because yes, they factor in and they hold weight. But at the end of the day, it's too many artists in the music industry that has brilliant albums, phenomenal albums, and they were not praised and received accolades and awards for their hard work. Classic albums, timeless albums. And that's why I want to have this conversation tonight, because I'm like, when I said he's not better than Biggie, I was not trolling. Because if you think about Juicy, you think about Big Papa, bro, that shit was 30-something years ago. And that shit come on to this day and still hit. This day.
One more chance.
To this day. And I'm asking, and I'm seriously asking. That's why I was asking you to go on live to see if there's any comment, if anybody's even watching. I don't know. It may not be, but I'm asking you and I'm asking the audience when y'all listen to this. What track or what album are you going to put head to head versus Ready or Life or Death?
I'm Good Kid, Mad City for me.
Not Ready. Born to Die. What was the first one? Yeah.
Good
No,
Kid,
Ready to Die.
Ready to Die.
And Life After Death. Good Kid or Mad City. Good Kid, Mad City. That's that right there.
So stick right there.
Yeah. Good
Stick
Kid,
with
Mad
those.
City. To Pimp a Butterfly.
So stop. We're going to stick with Good Kid, Mad City first.
Okay. And
I'm saying to you, just off the top of my head, what sticks out to me was...
Oh, I see you, Clyde.
Ooh, that's even better. I'm glad he on here.
I see you, Clyde. He mentioned DNA. So damn.
I disagree.
Swimming pools, money trees, bitch don't kill my vibe.
In the remix.
That was hard. That song.
In the remix.
Actual song, Mad City.
Mm-hmm.
I love Mad City until the beat switch and MC8 come on.
You didn't like that?
I can't
you didn't
stand
like that
it.
beat switch?
I always change it. And then the joint with Mary J. I love the joint with Mary J. Blige.
You didn't like Poetic Justice?
Forgot about Poetic Justice. Yeah. And we know why we love that one. If we gonna be truthful, if we gonna be truthful.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to you,
back when they were friends,
right?
If we stick with that album, and you can add whatever tracks you want to add to, but these are the 6 that stick out to me. What are you gonna pull from a hat and say, you know what? I'm taking that and I'm going blow for blow with Big Papa.
You talking about that song Life After Death?
Or you talking about Ready to Die?
Because Juicy's on Ready to Die.
I'm talking about Ready to Die. Juicy was Big Papa was on there too, wasn't it?
Yeah, Big Papa was on there.
Warning's
on there.
Warning.
I'm pulled up.
One More Chance is on there too, ain't it?
It is.
All of them. That's what I'm like, bro. I remember coming home from school and the videos is like, even the videos, and I know y'all love giving Kendrick praise for visuals and things like that. Even the videos were timeless, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what are we talking about? I have not in my life in the last 20 years heard a track from Good Kid, Mad City come on the radio. Biggie songs come on a regular basis.
I can't speak to that because I don't listen to the radio.
Well, I got kids. I got kids, so I listen to it. That's why I'm saying
I can't speak to that.
He actually got a point there.
I can't speak
like
to that.
He actually got a point. Like that is a fact.
That's what I'm saying. Like when we start talking about classics and timeless and things like that, like
you said Kendrick Lamar doesn't have a single song better than Biggie.
I said he doesn't have a track that's better than Juicy.
No, I disagree.
And somebody's got to tell me what it is.
It's going to be subjective. So I think we need to get that out the way. This is going to be subjective because at the end of the day, I disagree. I want to push the button, but this is your button.
I'll push it for you.
Yeah, it's your button, and that's just because. Before we go any further, I do want to ask this question: when you listen to music, how do you listen to it? What do you listen for? Do you listen for a beat? Or
I start for the beat first.
Okay, you go for a beat first.
Honestly, that's why a lot of Kendrick's music doesn't pull me in.
I listen
because I can't get.
I'm more into storytelling. Like if I can hear a song and I can sit down there and close my eyes and listen to it, I can see whatever he's rapping about. It can make me visualize it. I love that. That's why I'm a big Jay-Z fan. That's why I loved you know, K-Dot so much. It's because I can sit down there and I can listen to, like, for example, Reincarnated on GNX. I can listen to it Reincarnated on GNX, and he's telling 3 different stories. The first story, he's telling me he's back in time as this artist and all the whole process what he's going through, and then he goes how he gets reincarnated into another artist who's on the Chitlin circuit. This third time he's telling how himself is, he's talking about himself and his his conversation he's having with God, and just you can just visualize it. That's how, for me personally, that's what I love about for him, for rapping. Just I can sit there and just listen to him and just visualize what he's saying. But we all take in music differently, and I think that might be the biggest thing is how I listen to music and how you listen to music is 2 different ways. And I think that before we go any further, I think that just needs to be acknowledged. That's probably where the biggest disconnect is.
And that's what we discussed last night, because I want to hear the clarification for why people are saying this. And I'm visualizing me right now sitting on the West Coast on a mountaintop with whatever you talking about playing, and me driving off a damn cliff. You just said a Chitlin? What'd you say?
Chitlin circuit. You never heard the Chitlin circuit?
Educate me.
All right. So from what I
see, you want to drive off the cliff, put your seatbelt on, because we'll drive off together. That's what I'm like, bro. Go ahead. I ain't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
It's a net of because I had to read up on it myself. I didn't know what it was, and I'm like, what the hell? And so after I Googled it, so basically what it is, it says it's a network for entertainment venues that featured African American performers during Jim Crow era.
Okay.
So like when they couldn't play in certain areas due to Jim Crow. So that's what he was saying. As a black woman in the Chitlin circuit, that's what he was speaking on.
And that's perfect. I'm glad this is all working the way it is, because even that part of it, me saying that I didn't know what that was, or I'm not informed on it, and I openly said I don't know. That in turn leads to conversations online. That's what's wrong with y'all uneducated motherfuckers now. Kendrick's too deep for y'all. Y'all ain't smart enough. And I'm telling, hold on, that's where my bias comes in at, because that is a pet peeve of mine.
It's when someone telling you that
don't insult somebody else's intelligence simply because they don't agree with you or they don't vibe the way that you vibe to it. And I'm like, even you telling me that ain't gonna encourage me to go out and fucking listen to it. I have no desire to know about that. And I'm saying all of this, you're a little bit younger than us. You remember X-Clan, Public Enemy, like everybody's treating this like this is such a phenomenon, and where we've never heard a conscious rapper and things like that before. And I'm like, that's not true. It's simply not true. So if that's the music that you like, you're more than welcome to like it, but don't insult me because I say I don't get that. Ain't me.
I get that. I don't think anyone should be insulted for that.
That's why I always took it personal.
If I'll say this, one thing about social media, none of these people can whoop me. I don't give a fuck what you say. Say what you want, but you can't whoop me. You won't say it in my face, and that's how I look at it. People are weird, they're gonna stay in their grandma's basement with the crumbs on there talking shit. But at the end of the day, they're gonna talk trash behind that keyboard. It's like keyboard warriors, and that's how you got to look at it. But if I ever offended you, I do apologize. It was not my intentions.
No, it ain't you offended me, because we ain't never went to those depths.
Because at the end of the day, we have a relationship. We all have a relationship where we'll troll each other. But we also know there's a point where we don't go, and we know that, and we still respect each other at the end of the day.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna get to the point to where I start throwing personal jabs at you simply because we don't agree with each other.
Right.
But guess what? I ain't finna let your ass off the hook, because I'm still trying to figure out, what did you say is better than Juicy?
I said, what I said, Good Kid, Mad City.
So
that's what I said. Good Kid, Mad City. Also DNA.
So here's my measuring stick. You said Clyde said DNA. Here's my how I'm gonna measure it.
Your brother Kevin said they're not playing Kendrick in the club either.
I'm glad he said it, because that's where I'm getting ready to go. It ain't even gotta be a club. You can be at a house party, you can be in your car. When Juicy come on, soon as that beat starts, you're not gonna tell me that the whole energy in the room or the atmosphere don't shift. And everybody knows that song word for word.
Yeah, because when Juicy come on, I'm expecting a slab of ribs, 3 sides, and a cold Big K.
So is Juicy backyard cookout music then?
You can put it in the
Is that
the same level as he put Tupac?
But
is it on that level then?
But think about this. Juicy, good family barbecue music. You can listen to it in the club. You could definitely listen to riding down the street. Hot summer day. Top
Anywhere.
back.
When's the last time you listened to Juicy? Honestly.
Less than 24 hours ago.
Okay. What you?
Probably last time I probably heard it on the radio.
And that's why it comes on the radio.
But you know what though? And
weekly.
In all honesty, on my Spotify, my personal list, that song is on that list.
Okay.
Like it's
and
on
we
that
talking
list.
about a track that was created when we was, I don't even know if I was a teenager yet.
That
I might have been 12.
I think that song came out like in 94.
I'm 10.
I'm at that point in time, I'm 12. I was in middle school.
So I'm saying to you, just based off of that criteria alone, you're trying to tell me that if Mad City comes on, that everybody in the room is going to know it word for word?
Probably not. But
that's what I'm saying.
But for me personally, I think that Good Kid, Mad City is better than Juicy.
And I'm not trying to change your perspective. I'm simply saying that the overall perspective is, how is that even an argument universally because of a track that's 30 years old and is still played currently? That's why I'm saying when people start saying stuff like Kendrick Lamar is higher than Biggie, I'm like, it's unfortunate that this man lost his life, and rest in peace to his mother, because she recently passed.
That was that.
But I'm like, if you're going to compare the two, you can only compare his body of work up until he passed and Kendrick Lamar's body of work up until the same age. Anything after that is omitted, in my opinion. So even to mention DNA, like that's recency bias, in my opinion. And you're not going to say that. Again, I don't think you hold them two neck and neck. If you put them on the track and told them to run a 40-yard dash, how is that even comparable? Based on what? If Clyde is still watching, I need to know why. What about that song tells you that it's better than Juicy, just from a cultural standpoint? Because that's what everybody's hanging their hat on. I'm what the culture's feeling.
I can't speak to that. I can just speak to what I like personally. Culturally, that's a different argument.
I mean, but it's like what we said the other day. That's your preference.
Yeah,
that's what you prefer. You know what I'm saying? It's like if that's what you prefer, then who am I to get mad at you for what you like? You know what I'm saying? That's like one of the main issues with the whole arguments and debates and shit like that. And then I say this all the time, like, your opinion don't outweigh my opinion. If there's something you like, I'm not gonna fucking get mad at you and tell you like, bro, you wrong, or you say this song is better than that. Hear exactly why you think that this is better than that. You know what I'm saying? And then I ain't gonna really come back with a counter, but I'm like, I hear what you're saying.
I agree with that.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm like, let's break this down. Just like what y'all was just doing with, you said Mad what?
Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City, and Juicy. Like with Juicy, this is a 30 plus year old song that is still being played
by both men and women. And both men and women in a party will sit down and go word for word, vibing out to that.
And like with K-Dot, I ain't trying to shit on him or nothing like that. But outside of Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, Not Like Us, and then maybe like 2 or 3 other songs that I may have heard of his shit really don't get no radio play.
Swimming Pools is up there for me.
But see,
I heard Swimming Pools originally on the radio.
I really never heard his music up until the Gen X album. And I actually thought that the album was actually pretty good. Like from 1 to, how many tracks is on there?
The 12.
I actually, from 1 to 12, I actually thought that the album was good. I was like, I even hit him up. I'm like, hey, bro, this album's actually all right.
But go back to the day that it was released, because y'all thought I was trolling that day. when I first put it on, I'm down here working. The first track, hard.
Whacked out my murals.
Yeah.
When I made my post on social media, I put the eyeballs because I was like, if this is what he's finna come with, oh shit.
Right.
It started out dope. I even said to you in our chat, if you want to scroll back up,
that's too damn far.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude,
we've had so many other conversations over that. We're not going.
When I first heard TV Off, I said, this is a bop. I enjoyed it on the first listen. I was like, all right, this is dope. Mm-hmm. But then the further I got going, and I was just like, okay, here goes the Kendrick that I'm accustomed to hearing following Good Kid, Mad City.
He didn't like Peekaboo. He didn't like Peekaboo. I like Peekaboo. Hey, that's my bitch.
So let me ask y'all this, bro.
Okay, hold on. We've gone far off I thought we were gonna do our top 5. We gotta.
We're going top 5.
Yeah, let's get there.
But I
got this list here.
I'm saying all of this to let people know how we even got to this point, because I'm saying that with this recent wave that Kendrick Lamar is on, I have openly admitted I think he won the battle.
Yeah.
I think it ain't even debatable. I have my reasons for why that. I think it is a little bit of bias in there, but at the end of the day, Drake should have never came with the whole singing and trying to be funny type shit. We just discussed it last night. I was like,
that's just Drake though.
You talking about the okay, I missed that part. You talking about when he was posting on IG?
I made the comparison last night of the Mortal Kombat ladder.
The tower.
When you start at the bottom, it's supposed to be easy.
The novice.
So all of his battles leading up to Kendrick, it's like just based off of popularity alone. All right, Drake, Meek Mill, get him out the way. Rick Ross, get him out the way. Whoever else, Joe Budden, get him out the way. Then you get to Pusha T, and it's like, oh shit.
Pusha T was basically Kentaro, and Kendrick was Shao Kahn.
So that's what, like, to me, that's the perfect analogy that you can get to. It's like
pretty much what it was.
You climbing up this ladder, and I don't know about you.
I ain't heard that name in a long time.
You play Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not as good as y'all. But you know for yourself, early growing up, certain opponents, you can just sit there and leg sweep them the whole time and get a flawless victory.
Yeah, the first
you ain't
3
even gotta worry about it. Now, the higher you get, it's like, all right, I got blocked.
You get to that question mark, that first one.
So
don't try that shit with smoke.
Right.
So going back to this situation, I'm like, Drake came in with the drop and give me 50 and all that. And I was like, to me, I was like, nah, this ain't what you do against him. You better come and just spit fucking bars.
You did with Family Matters.
Family Matters was hard to me, and I still feel like Family Matters did not get appreciated the way that it was supposed to.
Family Matters came out, and then Kendrick dropped,
which was brilliant.
That's what I said. Kendrick dropped,
it was
the Grims, and it came out so like within 30 minutes,
quick,
and like it took all that hype that the Drake got for Family Matters. It just off the room. Even like academics, like he was like. He answered the Family Matters, and then when it dropped, you could see his whole face change. And that's just how it was. But
I'm saying all of that because it's like he came too soft with it.
You talking about Drake?
Yes, okay. That's why I'm saying I conceded any argument saying that he beat him. I mean, he didn't.
What you expect, a nigga beige?
Hey, bro.
You got a little.
I ain't Canadian.
That's true.
So even with that, it's like, okay, boom, the Super Bowl comes. I'm out west. I wanted to see everybody's reaction to it live. That's why I went live, because I wanted to record the room. Mm-hmm. And I can't speak for where y'all was at. In the auditorium where we was, it was dead leading up to when he played People Got Up for Squabble. Kind of died down again. They got up when he teased Not Like Us. Mm-hmm. And then the room did not get popping until he played Not Like Us. To me, that was the peak of the performance. And it was brilliant how he done it and led up to it or whatever. But it was like following that, now here comes social media going over the top, in my opinion, because it's like now it's, oh, people missed the message. It was brilliant. It was this and that. Here we go, dumbing people down again.
Social media for you. Though.
So that's when, in my mind, I'm like, bro, like, it's going to sound like I'm hating, but I'm like, bro, is this motherfucker even really top 5? When you think about West Coast artists and all the legends and things that came out of there, because everybody has just catapulted him up here. And when you look at his catalog and his singles and hits, and I'm like, bro, there's no comparison, in my opinion. So that's how we got to this conversation. I just wanted to lay that foundation. I hate that it took 35 minutes, but we're here.
I mean, honestly, I ain't give a shit about the Super Bowl halftime show. You know what I'm saying? I just seen Serena and seen how thick she was in that little bit ass tennis skirt.
Sizzle, boy.
Man.
My Lord. Black women. Y'all know I have black women, boy. Woo! Good Lord.
Shit, her lips alone made me grab some napkins.
Well, I liked it though. I'll say this. I liked it. I mean,
it was cool.
I'm a big Samuel L. Jackson fan too, though. So seeing Samuel L. Jackson play Uncle Sam,
that
was dope.
Creativity wise, there's nothing negative that you can say.
And the fact that he did that while Trump's bitch ass was there.
Yeah.
I think he was there and he left. It's just all that shit. So I mean, I thought it was a good show. But you're gonna have a lot of people who will come on there and say, they didn't like the show, whatever. And I get that. It is what it is. You can't impress everyone. You're not going to win everyone over. It is what it is. Move on. What I don't like is, and we're still seeing it today, your Facebook and my Facebook, it doesn't look the same that it looked 3-4 months ago.
Not at all.
It's been our Facebook feeds have been hacked. It's been, I don't know what Mark Zuckerberg has done, but basically I'm getting posts and comments from pages I don't follow.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
And it's like to the point where it's like it makes you want to cut it off. And all they do is keep discussing the same thing over
every
and
day,
over.
Which is why I will admit I'm in my damn feelings because this shit's got to stop.
Yeah, and it's like they're talking about, for example, they were talking about the Beyonce situation. Beyonce winning the country album. Beyonce winning the album of the year. Okay, I get that. You're upset about it. It's been 2 weeks and they're still bringing it up. Like, we've moved on. Now it's doing the same thing with the Super Bowl.
We talked about that yesterday.
Like, bro, what the hell? I don't sign up for this. But what pisses me off is the fact there's nowhere you can go in your settings to turn that off. Like, why? Yeah, it's not like how it is on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, where you can switch sides and you can only look at what you're following from people you're following. You're only going to see posts from people you're following. It's not like that. I don't know what Mark Zuckerberg did,
TikTok
but he got
that too, though. They got following and then for you.
Yeah, for you. I don't want the for you. I just want to see from the people that I'm following. I don't even want updates from you. That's why I'm following you.
So I don't know if you saw my post a few days ago, maybe a week ago. Like I meant it when I said Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. I swear on my soul, that's all I see nonstop every day. And I get it. That's a lot of what I engage in or whatnot.
Yeah, because that's what I was about to say. Like, a lot of that stuff is because of what you interact with.
Country Wayne.
Your algorithm.
I see a lot of people that talk about Country Wayne videos and stuff similar to what me and you done talking about.
Man, you caught up?
I ain't seen it since I left today.
So
hey, dog,
I watched the video.
Amber boy.
I watched the video of Country Wayne, and I like him. I like the fact that he doesn't come off as completely like just raunchy and dirty and stuff. And the one video I watched, he was eating because he's a vegan, so he's eating like vegan food and stuff. And like this dude in the back, I guess he was like a rapper or something. And the dude like FaceTime.
He talking about drip.
He FaceTime.
Okay.
He talking about drip.
And the dude like they said, "Oh, what you doing?"
Yeah.
Hey, bro, that part was funny. So
but
I got respect for Country Wayne.
But it's like that's my timeline. And
set up,
it's perfect how they do it because they know that they're feeding into people's emotions and how they react to shit.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm telling you, I'm so fucking sick of hearing about Kendrick Lamar, and I mean it. It ain't got nothing to do with the music or any of me being biased. I'm just like, bro, I'm sick of the fucking conversation. Mm-hmm. He's having the greatest year. He's up there. This is his moment. But like you said, when me and you talked on the phone, you had no idea that he's been around since 2010 and maybe even before then. And I'm like, that's the issue. People are treating this like he's just this newfound artist and and I'm like, no.
I knew he had like 10 years in the game. I knew that.
His first album, Section.
Celebrate him, give him his flowers for what he done.
Then Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly. Damn.
But it's like, bruh, stop this shit. And I'm like, we just gonna forget that this Canadian motherfucker done had us moving our head and stomping our feet for a fucking decade plus.
Yeah, because he's Canadian.
Bruh.
America first.
I might give me some Canadian bacon in the morning with some scrambled eggs and some fucking toast. Hell. But let's bring it back home and get on topic so we ain't sitting here for 2 hours.
Because we know we've done that before.
But to me, this is great conversation. Oh, yeah. I enjoy it. But I'm saying that because I'm like, is dude really top 5? Is he this legendary figure that everybody's making him out to be? And now we got to sit down and have this discussion.
So
because just a few weeks ago, motherfuckers was trying to cancel Snoop, and I didn't like that either.
I did. Has nothing to do with his music. Has nothing to do with his music.
Let's talk then. Who's going first?
I'll go first because I actually mentioned that. So my top 5 West Coast rappers, I'm going from 5 to 1. So my number 5 is actually going to be, I don't know if it's probably going to be on yours or yours, but I got The Game on mine.
Okay.
Game's on mine. Game's on mine off the documentary alone.
Okay.
Like that album alone, it goes, for me personally, I take Get Rich or Die Trying, and then the documentary is the 2 best albums that G-Unit has ever produced. You know, there's nothing is better than those 2 albums.
You know what though? As crazy as this might sound, I think the documentary is better than Get Rich or Die Trying.
I agree.
I love
good. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Tough.
50 Cent's first album was fire from start to finish. But that documentary, though.
Shout out to Panama City Beach. We was on spring break, and that motherfucker was constantly in rotation. Like that was hard. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, also like the Doctor's Advocate.
Yeah.
Follow up to it. But my favorite, the reason why I put him on this list is that he has a song that he did. And the first time I heard this song was on Grand Theft Auto 5. It's from his album, Jesus Peace.
Jesus Peace was fire. Go ahead.
Yeah. Ale Boumaye.
Yeah.
That song, I listened to on my way over here. Like, it is in so many different rotations. It's in my rap rotation. It's in my workout playlist. It's in my work rotation, you know, on my phone for my Apple Music. Like, I listen to it constantly. It's just one of my favorite songs. So that's why what he's done, put him in number 5. Number 4 is actually Snoop Dogg. I put Snoop as my number 4. His recent exploits has been discouraging. I will say that. And that is no different than me when because I don't get me wrong, I'm a Kanye fan.
Right.
But I had to cut Kanye out completely. What he was doing with the red hat stuff, that's one thing. But once this whole him being a Nazi and the swastika and all that stuff, at that point, bro, I had to delete everything. I just can't support someone like that. Okay. And it hurt me because I'm a Kanye. You guys know how I get, bro.
Yeah,
but I had to. I just couldn't.
President,
which is where that Drake bias comes in there. But continue.
President of the cult. But yeah.
You know what?
I got years.
Where's it at? Where's you right button? Is there a you right button on here? I'll give it to you. All right.
I got years of you going at Drake, bro.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
So I just feel like
I can respect that.
People who have always hated Drake was gonna automatically say Kendrick won and side with him.
But I'm also a Kendrick fan too, though. So there's that. Anyway, so with Snoop Dogg, like I said, his recent exploits has been discouraging, but I can't deny his overall impact and everything he's done for the West. I mean, Doggy Style was a masterpiece. But for me, I really love Snoop Dogg when he got into No Limit. When Snoop Dogg got into No Limit.
The Game Is to Be Sold was a classic to me. A lot of people don't agree with it, but
when he got to No Limit, I love Snoop. But my absolute favorite Snoop Dogg song is Beautiful with him and Pharrell.
Fire.
Yeah.
You know, that track, that video.
That was on the album after he left No
Yeah,
Limit.
yeah. Just so I mean, that's put him at number 4.
Let me check the temperature in the room.
Okay. Let's see this.
You're a little bit older than me, a little bit. 2 years?
Yeah.
I think? Yeah. I honestly think I might be the only person on the planet that loved the Dogfather.
No, you're not.
My man.
Oops,
wrong button. Wrong button.
Head talent, man.
Wrong button. I thought the Dogfather was dope. That's another album that I just felt like, bro, like you can just ride and just go. But for whatever reason, people didn't get with that sound. I thought him and Charlie Wilson died.
Him and Charlie make
that
masterpieces.
Yeah.
That was the perfect combo.
Was that sexual eruption?
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Snoop just got that old soul to where,
you know,
like when he have those old school singers on his songs, man, it's a masterpiece, man.
You know,
go ahead.
Balling with the dramatics.
Hey,
the balling with the dramatics,
like
a star.
That is literally on my list on my Spotify.
When I used to smoke,
that was a smoke song.
That was my smoking song.
It was a smoke song.
Smalling, but it featured the dramatics.
Yep.
That was a different life.
Go ahead. That's 4. That's number 4.
All right. Number 3 is actually going to be Dr. Dre. Dre. And I put him on the strength of not just rapping, but producing as well. Everything he's done. You know, you got to think about, obviously, the Chronic, you know, fuck with Dre Day and shit like that. Everything he's done with NWA, you know. But my favorite Dr. Dre album is 2001. You know.
Over the Chronic?
Yeah. Over the Chronic.
I ain't here to debate you.
Barely.
I ain't here to debate you. We ain't here for that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But you got to think, you know, it has Forget About Dre with him and Eminem. You got Still DRE with him and Snoop. You got Explosive.
It was the hardest song.
Yeah, I mean, like, but I also like
that was the hardest song on there.
What? Explosive? Yeah.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, and then he came out with an album, Compton. The album that came out when Straight Outta Compton came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he had a track on there.
Did either of y'all listen to the new Snoop and Dr. Dre?
Talking about a song or album?
No, they dropped the album like maybe a month ago.
No, I didn't know they dropped an album a month ago.
Yeah,
I know they was.
I had to check that out.
Drink Champs talking about that.
Yeah, I haven't seen Drink Champs in a long time.
I didn't see that.
But
isn't
Dre and Snoop?
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
But yeah,
I think it's called Missionary.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
For real, like
that's a wild ass name, though.
Right.
That's a
check it out and come back to me.
Okay.
Go ahead. Number 2.
Yeah. So number 2, Tupac.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, Tupac.
Okay.
I'm kind of shocked that you said that.
Yeah.
2.
I know. And the reason why I love Tupac to death, of course, him, Machiavelli, All Eyes on Me. Actually, like his Better Days album the best. Yeah. Like my brother played it so much. That's just one thing that he played constantly was Better Days by Tupac. And, you know, Ride on My Enemies, you know, that kept playing and I just fell in love with it. And that's what I played. That the Machiavelli album he had with White Man's World.
Yeah.
That track.
That whole album was fire.
But that track though is probably one of the deepest tracks that, you know, you can listen to. So I mean,
so based on the process of elimination, I'm assuming
you're assuming correctly
okay.
that Kendrick Lamar is number 1. And honestly, I don't really want. I can say 1A, 1B, Tupac 1B.
We'll get into your justifications
for
number 1.
Yeah.
After I want to hear yours.
Hold up. So is this the Mount Rushmore
of West Coast
rappers?
I guess that's where we're going. So he said Game, Snoop, Dre, Pac, Kendrick.
That's a we definitely gonna have to dive into that. Like I said, it's your list, that's your preference. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna argue with you over your list, but I'm just curious to know why Kendrick's number 1 over Pac.
That's why we gonna get. I want to hear yours first.
I want to get there.
I want to hear yours first.
So my top 5, and it was kind of hard with the 5, like the 5th person, because I'm OG, so I got those Short Dog as number 5.
My man,
Easy number 5, because it's so many. I love Game documentary file, like that from track 1 all the way through, bro. Like I remember we had the podcast with the No Skips. That was one of my albums on there that No Skips.
Yeah,
the documentary. But yeah, Short Dog definitely number 5 because Freaky Tales.
Yeah.
So You Want to Be a Gangster. That was hard.
Yeah,
it was on Juice.
Yeah,
it was on Juice. And I was like,
oh,
that's dope.
The Getting It album.
Yeah.
That whole album was fire. Cocktails.
That's one of those, like, that's what your uncle, your pops, or your older brother played.
That Pops and Kevin are the reason why I even know who Too Short is. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Music that I didn't have no business listening to as a child.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Cuss words.
Yeah.
Short Dogs in the House. That album. That's I'm like, bro, like, and I'll let you finish.
He on some old pimping shit too. Like how his sound alone. You know what I'm saying? He got that sound.
That man was just at All-Star Weekend the other night performing.
Too Short. Wasn't E40 performing?
E40 too, bro. That's what we're gonna get. Go ahead.
That Short Dog number 5. Number 4, 40 Water.
He was 6 for me.
Okay.
I wanted 4, 40 Water. He was 6. Okay. His first 2 albums was ignorant. Love the Charlie Hustle album. That shit was dope. Cause he had that one song on it. What's it called? I think it's like Reasons or some shit like that on the Charlie Hustle. And he had that one song on there with him and Hot Boys. I thought that shit was hard too. Yeah. I thought that shit was hard.
He got a song called Lieutenant Roastabotch.
Yeah.
And it's just him and old girl just roasting each other the entire track. Like E40 hard.
And then think about this. I Want to Be Saved. How many times a day you heard that song? I heard that song at least back then, at least 30 times a day.
Yeah.
Because it was a hard track. You know what I'm saying? 40 Water, number 4. Number 3, to me, and it was hard because it's like, I want them at 2, but it's like when you seriously look at their catalog, far as like the albums that they came out with, it's like, shit, I don't know. I got to put them at 2, but number 3 for me was Snoop.
Okay.
It's like he said, the Dogfather, Doggy Style. And even when he went to No Limit, he had 3 bangers at No Limit.
Yeah.
So Snoop was 3 for me. 2, and I'm kind of surprised you didn't have him on your list, was Cube. I'm kind of surprised Cube wasn't on your list, man. Like, you want to talk about storytelling?
Yeah.
Easily top 3. As far as like telling the story with his music.
I even said Kendrick Lamar don't have a track that you're gonna put against
Today's a Good Day.
Like,
okay,
it's not even.
But Cube's 2, and then of course for me, number 1 was Pac.
Okay.
Because I'm honestly like, you name me one album that any artist had, and you can realistically say Predator. And then I think it's like, I forgot another album that Cube got.
What was it? Lethal Injection?
Yeah, Lethal Injection. But you name me one album, any album from the West Coast that was better than All Eyes on Me.
So you got some comments in here, by the way.
Come on with it. I'm pretty sure it's some nonsense.
Yeah.
So appreciate whoever's watching.
You got Kevin's on here. I see casino videos. You mentioned that Snoop had contradicted himself, I guess, when he was talking about with this Trump stuff. Is it Shimon?
Grip, yep.
He says that he got 2001 over Chronic.
Ooh.
But he was upset with me. He said nobody before Pac. Nobody. He said, I'm with E, damn it.
Shout out to Grip, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Clyde,
piss y'all off.
Clyde's on here. Clyde gave me his top 5.
Let's hear it, Clyde.
Clyde's top 5 goes 5 is Short.
Okay.
4 is Game.
Okay.
3 is Snoop.
Okay.
2 is Dre.
Okay.
1 is K Dot.
Okay. So
there's no Pac on his. He doesn't. He has an honorable mention. He doesn't have Pac on his. He got Drew Down, Zebo, E40,
Zebo or Sebo?
Zebo, Zebo, E40, Nipsey Hussle, and Yuck Mouth.
Got about mouth. Got about mouth.
Thank you, Clyde.
It's getting
Thank you, Clyde, because now I don't feel bad. I almost adjusted my list because I was talking to Grip and P the other night. We was on the Call of Duty, and they almost convinced me to change my list. Bless you.
Thank you.
But I had Pac as an honorable mention.
Oh.
I had E40 as an honorable mention. And it's like a top 5 for me is hard when you start thinking about all the legendary people.
Mm-hmm.
I put Kendrick Lamar at 5 by default. I really did not want to do it, but I don't want to be a hater.
Mm-hmm.
Like in terms of his accolades and the movement, even prior to this Drake stuff, it's like you gotta appreciate the visuals. I understand the performance. Was at the Grammys. What was that? 2016.
You went to one. He was dressed up as an
inmate, and they was in shackles. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, in terms of just a movement and
the message that he was,
the visuals and the things like that, you respect his craft and the work that goes into that. He ain't just one of them artists that you just gave me a mic, play the music, and I go out here and perform. Like, he's giving you a performance.
Gotcha.
So I'm putting him at 5 by default. It ain't that I really want him there, but it's like, I ain't gonna be no hater. Which is why people was like, nah, bro, if Pac ain't in there, then you are a hater. But I'm like, I don't really want to consider him West Coast. Like, you know what All Eyes on Me and Machiavelli and stuff done in 96 and the wave that they had, but it's like he didn't come into the game as a West Coast artist, in my opinion.
When did what was it? Tupacalypse?
They came out like in 93.
Was
94.
he where was he at then?
He was still in the East.
But
you got to think though, like this was still, but it was still like Digital Underground, and they was.
But Me Against the World. Me Against the World. Wasn't he in Oakland at that point?
Me Against the World. Nah, he was in Penn.
Yeah.
But he was you could. It was transitioning to the West because hell, I didn't know this until I seen the All Eyes. Was it All Eyes on Me movie?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Death Row did that whole soundtrack. Above the Rim.
Oh yeah, hell yeah!
I didn't even know that.
Death Row's all over that.
I didn't know that.
Hell yeah, that
deep cover too.
That's why we getting there. Perfect. I love it. So I put Lamar at 5.
Okay, who's your 4?
My 4, I had Too Short. For all the reasons that you named, like that's my childhood.
Right.
I wasn't supposed to be listening to it, but the fact that I knew cuss words,
I was well for that,
word for word. Like I remember days when they came out. Like I'm in the car with my pops, and we drive to. That's when you had to go buy them. He was buying them on
cassettes. Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, we listening to the new Too Short, and I'm a kid. I remember Cocktails and the label. He got on the black hat and this, and I'm like, bro, the fact that we was in Kentucky and we was listening to that, and he's a West Coast artist, it's like, come on, bro, like you have to find some form of appreciation for that.
Remember at that time too.
Right. I remember when Getting It came out, and it was album number 10, and that's when he had said that he was done.
Yeah.
So the impact and the significance that album had, and it was just dope. Put it in, start to finish. Getting It was fire. You knew the words, word for word. So just impact alone. Too Short, I don't care what anybody says, as a West Coast artist, and the fact that still to this day I ain't gonna say he's relevant, but people have an appreciation for what he's done.
They still listen to Shape That Monkey.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro.
He still
just think about this shit. What Blow the Whistle came out a couple years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
That still gets played at any little white club in the country. That's
I ain't gonna hold you, man, because like what Gilly does with that song,
bro.
I'd be dying laughing. And I'm like, man, I hate these niggas. I fucking lose, bro. But it's so fucking funny, bro.
But that shows you again. It may sound biased, but I'm like, that shows you how that track alone is timeless.
Yeah,
it's timeless. You have to have some form of appreciation for that.
Kevin said they played it in Vegas,
bro.
What, Blow the Whistle?
Was that? Yeah, they played it in Vegas. What do you say? They played it in Vegas.
So
that's your number 4.
Too Short, number 4. Shout out to whoever's watching on the YouTube live. They said no. I don't know what you're saying no to. Let us know. Got to have a longer comment than that.
I got some more questions and comments in here, by the way, too.
Give it to me.
So real quick, Charles mentioned he got his talk. So Charles is on here. Charles mentioned his top West Coast. He got Snoop, Cube, Dre, DJ Quick, and E40.
Okay.
And what Charles said, he mentioned Kendrick. He said, Kendrick's been in the West. Him, Kendrick, TDE, they've been running things since 2008. And they get a lot of play out here. But you got to remember the demographics different. They listen to West Coast.
That's fair.
So, and he said I'm bugging for putting K. Dot over Biggie, but that's just personal preference. So I get
that's
that.
fair. And it's no disrespect to the West Coast, because I'm pretty sure Kendrick get all kind of love. Whoever's watching on YouTube, they said Mac Dre.
Yeah, Mac. Oh man.
So that's what I'm saying. That's
it's a lot, because you got Mac Dre, like Sebo got classic albums.
That's what I'm saying.
You got a lot of
West
Coast artists that don't get enough.
But when you think about it, because
Nate Dogg, shout out to Nate Dogg, because I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Not to cut you out, but when you think about it, because like you got to really know your music and shit like that. And this is in every region. Because think of the South. We gonna name P. We gonna name Cash Money. We gonna name Scarface and them. How many people you think gonna say Lil Kiki or Lil Troy now?
It's gonna be very slim.
But that's kind of like
how Kiki's tough.
But that's kind of like how
that don't mess with Texas. Woo!
But think about this though, because you think about your mainstream rappers in the West, which is Dre, Snoop, Cube, 40, Pac, Short, and you can name like maybe 2 other people. People really ain't gonna say Zebo, Sebo, Mac Mall, Mac Dre, MC8. Mm-hmm. Nobody's gonna mention them because they wasn't really mainstream like that.
Right. That great conversation. I'm loving it.
Lil Kiki the Don, correct? What's
South Side.
The Torch Up the Deuce for the South, and he had another song with him and with Baby though. Yeah,
appreciate y'all who's checking out the YouTube,
a G.
Man. Definitely love it. It's my first time on live on I said IG on YouTube, man. Definitely appreciate y'all. So now I'm at what, number 3?
Yeah.
No,
you're at 2 now.
I said Kendrick Lamar. I said Too Short.
Too Short.
And you said
who the hell did you say?
Then my number 3. No, because I ain't at 3.
Because you read Chuck's.
Yeah. That's where we stopped at. You're right. My 3, I had Ice Cube.
Right.
And again, I'm taking in consideration the history behind the artist and how early he came in the game, how impactful he was on the game for that region, and how it did spread all the way over here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dog, there's no way that we're going to throw away Today Was a Good Day. That is by far one of the best storytelling songs ever made. We had that conversation already.
That's easy, top 3. Easy.
And that's another one, word for word, bro. You can rap that with your eyes closed.
I can't, because I didn't listen to it enough.
Like
that's just, but at the same thing, like it's all about who you grew up around.
Like how you said,
so it's like I couldn't buy that. Y'all older than me, so my brother didn't listen to a lot of Ice Cube.
But even the video, I still remember the part.
We didn't breakfast
with no hog in the eggs.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm. So
eggs had good salt and pepper on it. You seen it,
bro? So that's what I'm saying. It's like
eggs ain't good.
If we talking about music and we talking about artists, that's why I wanted to put emphasis on the word artist, and that's why I put Kendrick Lamar in there, because it's deeper than rap. I'll give people the credit for the messages and things that he's saying and he's talking about. The message ain't for me because I don't listen to it. But I'm not going to say that the message ain't impactful. It ain't meaningful. And then the visuals and things that he brings. So we're talking about a time in the 90s and when the only way your music was going to get out was to shoot a video. And it was on MTV Raps. It was on Rap City. It was on all of that.
Yep.
So Ice Cube, in terms of his music and what he brought to the game, there's no way that you have a top 3 and Cube ain't in there, in my opinion.
Yeah, but just, I didn't listen to him. So
and he arguably have one of the like I said, 1A, 1B. He has like the best
beef
song.
No Vaseline.
No Vaseline is easy. Like that's another one it's top 3.
Have we done that? Did we ever do that?
We did a beef.
A top beef.
Think we did a beef before.
You guys did that.
I don't know. Look, man, we done did so many, bro. I just hope people just go back.
I think we did because I think
because this is dope.
I actually think we did though because like I was having a debate with myself saying either because I told you I said I don't think Hit 'Em Up was number 1 and I caught a lot of backlash for that because I said it got to be either
because I remember looking.
It got to be either Ether or no Vaseline. And I asked you yesterday. I
think we need to do an updated version then.
I'm gonna have to figure out which episode it was because like now that people are listening and watching, it's like, bro, I did this podcast for almost a year with no labels about what we was talking about. Right. And I regret it to this day. I was only just putting numbers.
Yeah.
It's like episode number 21 and no context to make people go click on it and watch it. The description was there, but it's like most people ain't even gonna go to look at a description if it ain't a catchy title that's gonna make you kind of peek at see what we talking about. That's why I was like, bro, we had a lot of dope conversations when I first started this podcast, bro. So please go back, listen, watch,
check it out. YouTube, it's on Apple, Spotify,
everything,
all that. Yeah, especially the ones about me being right about burgers, but that's another story,
bro. Number two, shout out to Charlie because. So far, Charles is the only one that I done heard mention, and he knows how I feel about this artist. Another artist had no business listening to growing up, but that was my pops. My pops was listening to it, and the older I got and understood his influence and the thumbprint that he left on the West Coast, DJ Quick is at number 2 for me.
Yeah.
And it's no disrespect to Dr. Dre because I have not mentioned him, and it ain't got nothing to do with being biased towards Dre, but I feel like Snoop and Dre is kind of like
like
the same, you know what I'm saying?
Two sides of the same coin type shit. Okay.
Yin and yang.
Okay,
in terms of DJ Quick, my wife don't like the P word, but Sweet Black P word, tonight on that album, like bro, Quick, them tracks was hard. And he was a teenager then.
Yeah.
So then you move to the Safe and Sound when him and MC8.
Yeah.
That was a beef that's like, okay, it ain't national or whatever, but Quick went at him.
Yeah.
Then my favorite album, Rhythm, I can't, it's Blue and Pink. You know what I'm talking about? I'm on live, so I can't look
Google it. I'm gonna Google
it. So long ago, bro.
I'm gonna Google it.
But it was him and the Barge and all them, like it was just smooth tracks. But while you looking it up, DJ Quick and Daz had their hands all over Eyes on Me, bro.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
Rhythm album.
That's why I said I could never pronounce it. Let me see it. Put it in the camera. Turn it to the camera.
Rhythm album.
That album is so fire. First of all, you're supposed to recognize it by the album cover. If you ain't never heard that album, bro, I promise you, check it out. I promise you. But it was like DJ Quick them had their hands all over Eyes on Me. So I'm looking at Quick just in terms of a producer, an artist, and when you look at different biographies and things, he talks about how he plays the instruments and stuff. So all the different sounds and stuff that you're hearing, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
So as an artist, I'm giving him his flowers.
Damn, me on the piano. I ain't mad at you.
That part on
because I'm gonna keep 100 with you, man. That's what I mean. The song was dope, but that part alone.
But that piano part It's not. It's from something else though.
It's from a.
But you got to go back and look at all the credits.
They
and stuff.
sampled the song.
Yeah,
because
I'm gonna tell you what song it is. The song is
it was on Soul Food.
No, no. It go back.
Well, I'm saying though, it was on Soul Food. Though, but that's what
it's the Barge. It's their song, but the sister sung it, and it's called A Dream.
Okay,
that's what the song is.
That's what I'm bro. When you start thinking about producers, you gotta be Dre, DJ Quick. Daz had his hands all in that. So if we're giving Pac all this praise and all this credit, the people behind the scenes is what made the magic work.
Oh yeah, he just smoked it with the lyrics, basically. He just made the shit sound better.
Daz, never heard that.
A lot of the greatest songs of all time are derived from OG samples. Absolutely.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Facts.
That's why today's music is
Biggie,
just
Puffy, known for stealing shit.
Which brings me to number one. And I'm pushing the button on anybody that
I disagree.
I don't give a damn what Snoop does, bro. I'm not gonna throw away all the timeless hits, all the bro. Snoop, when that Doggy Style album dropped, the controversy that came behind just the album, the cover, like, bro, they wanted to censor the cover. It was a cartoon, bro. Like,
I'm gonna pull it up.
My whole childhood was me watching videos of Snoop and Dre, and Doggy Style hadn't even dropped yet. The Chronic came out first, wasn't it?
Yep.
This is the album cover.
Like,
it was a work of art.
I'm telling you,
and if you show somebody that today, they would be like, man, you can put that on Disney.
Yeah.
Compared to what we see now, bro, that Doggy Style album cover could be on Disney, man.
So that motherfucking track ain't no fun, boy.
Man, so I'm like, bro, if you really look at Snoop's catalog, if you look at some of the features that he's been on, you brought up Above the Rim. Think about some of them tracks. That was all Death Row.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that anybody in terms of impact, influence, and what they done for the West Coast, who you putting above that? And that's why I'm like, no disrespect to Kendrick Lamar, bro. I'm like, what has he done career-wise that's gonna catapult him over all the people that we done named tonight? And he's automatically at the top. I'm like, I need an explanation.
I can't pull this up, but I even think Snoop even put Kendrick as his number one.
He's supposed to say that.
Yeah, bro. But I'm saying though, but you're telling me that, you know, how can we put someone over and the person that you're catapulting, you're putting up at number one, his number one is Kendrick. So I mean,
if somebody shove a microphone in front of my face and I'm standing right next to the man,
I mean, that's
if I say, nah, you ain't better than me, bro, he gonna lose business just off the backlash for saying that, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I think that's what's wrong with social media too, dog. We constantly trying to put people at odds with each other. Nobody's gonna tell Snoop not to respect Kendrick Lamar as the new face of the West Coast. He's the new face. You give him that. Kudos to him. But in terms of saying that he the best to ever come out the West, he the best to ever come out the West, bro. What are we talking about?
In my opinion,
what based on what body of work? Well, that's the answer that I'm seeking tonight. What are we basing it on?
What I can't speak to what everyone else is, but I just like what Good Kid, Mad City. I like To Pimp a Butterfly. I like Damn. I mean, those three albums alone, in my opinion.
And I'm not trying to change your opinion.
In my opinion, I just think that, you know, that's I love those albums more than I love what Snoop has put out. Not saying that Snoop has not put out any fantastic albums. I just think that the albums that Kendrick put out, I play a lot more.
But here's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to separate my personal opinion. Treat this like we at a debate. You at a podium, I'm at a podium, and you got to bring and present why you have the argument that you have. And I'm like, what albums does he have that compares to the albums that we done named by any artist that we're talking about? What singles does he have that you're going to put in front of What's My Name? Gin and Juice. What was the track? Oh my God.
You mentioned what I guess if we talk about, you know, a debate, what separates the two. All right. Does Snoop Dogg have a single album that's won a Pulitzer Prize?
I'm glad you went there.
Yeah. I'm just asking.
Does he have what now?
A Pulitzer Prize.
Pulitzer
Prize.
What's the criteria? Read it. You got your phone out. Define how you can win a Pulitzer Prize. And I love when people dig into that crate to bring out those accolades. And it's no disrespect to Kendrick, but I feel like the Pulitzer was more for the meaning in To Pimp a Butterfly and all the stuff that
he got it for about. Damn.
Was it Damn? I thought it was Damn. The Pimp a Butterfly.
Pimp a Butterfly. The Pimp a Butterfly is the one where he had a college. They were teaching a college course about.
Okay, that's what I'm getting it mixed up with. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, to me, that's this new wave shit that people's on. Like they had a course talking about for Beyonce. They was trying to do a college course for Beyonce. And I'm just like, bro.
But what's an issue with that? I mean, she's a high. I mean, she's the most. She has the most Grammys, doesn't she? Like she's a extremely successful. You know, why not? You know, if I'm a college, and if I want to attract students to a certain course, because they obviously got to pay for it. You know, if I want to attract the students to a certain course, why not?
Thank you, Avery.
Yeah, importance like that.
Thank you, Avery. You literally just hit it on the head. To me, it's a money grab.
Well, yeah.
As soon as somebody say I'm offering a course on Beyonce, just in terms of diversity alone, because what was it, Harvard? What university? Like it was some university that you know damn well people of color wasn't gonna go there no way.
No. At the end of the day, all this shit's money. Yeah. All that shit's money.
So again, it's no disrespect to them. If there's a college course about them, cool beans. But I'm saying to you,
it's at Yale, by the way.
Huh?
It was at Yale.
I knew it was one of them.
Yeah.
But I'm like, look at what Deion Sanders done for Colorado. His presence on that campus alone literally had minorities applying and wanting to go to cold ass Colorado. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying to you, if I'm Yale and I say this fall, we're introducing a course on Beyonce, her name alone is going to draw money. Mm-hmm. Now, going back to your Pulitzer Prize thing, I'm saying to you, it's like, you're going to give him the leg up over all the people and all the things that we just named for something that nobody even fathomed was possible.
What is that award again?
The Pulitzer. I learned about that shit when we was in English. And I'm saying that like, usually it's what?
It's an
authors and shit.
I know. So I'm going to read it's a award, 23 annual awards given by Columbia University for achievements in the United States for journalism, arts, and letters. So arts could be movies, books and all that stuff. And I just thought that something like that is, the breakdown, you can win it for audio reporting, biography, breaking news, commentary, criticism, drama, editorial reading, history, poetry, public service. And I just thought that something like that for him to win, him being the first rapper, that's a huge deal, don't you think? You don't think that's something that's not a huge deal for someone who he's the first person to do something? You don't think that's big?
And what was it that what was it though?
He got a Pulitzer for.
I know, but like what got him that though?
The album Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, he got a Pulitzer for that album.
Okay.
So it's like they felt like that album was so spectacular that it deserved recognition to that level. And I think that's fantastic. I don't think you should.
But it brings you back to why I said I'm going to put him at number 5. To me, that's
for that. Okay.
To me, that's giving him the acknowledging of what he's accomplished But going back to the biggest line in his diss track, I'm what the culture's feeling. Nobody on this planet is going to tell me that everybody was like, oh, somebody's got to win a Pulitzer Prize for the conscious lyrics and things and this and that. That wasn't even a thought. Now that it's here and he won it, you use that to separate him from everybody else, and you're going to downplay Snoop and Dre, and they've never won. Like, bro, what?
But you asked me why am I putting him? That's why I'm putting him. I can't speak for the culture. I can only speak for Avery.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying that we have to approach it like a debate show. Yeah. And my angle, and I'm not trying to change what you're saying. I'm simply saying that my angle to all of this is these are tracks, these are albums that we grew up on. Now that we are full-blown adults, they still get play in all type of settings. His music, unless you're in your car or somebody else that's a Kendrick fan, you're not in an atmosphere where these songs and these albums that y'all speak highly of are in constant rotation. So how do you say that they're better than the songs that are in rotation? So, it doesn't make sense.
So I guess your argument is it quantity over quality? Is that what? Is it like because you hear it more? That means it's better?
That means that they're timeless tracks. That means that,
or it just means that Kendrick Lamar has albums has songs that you just, they're not made for radio to be played.
This ain't even about radio. Nobody's listening to it. Yeah, nobody.
That's wrong. That's incorrect. That's incorrect.
You brought up barbecues and shit 45 minutes ago. Have you ever been at a cookout? Have you ever been at a gathering? Have you ever been anywhere and somebody requested to listen to Kendrick Lamar?
When's the last time you've been to a West Coast barbecue? Because at the end of the day, we gotta talk. We gotta understand.
Next time you visit your cousins, and y'all playing dominoes,
and West Coast,
and drinking St. Ides and whatever else, bro.
Shit, but when I went with my ex-wife, 2020,
bro.
But it's like, that also plays into, a lot of it is that regional, because, a lot of people over here who live in Kentucky, Indiana, the Midwest.
But that's why I told you I went live in Vegas at the fucking Super Bowl because my expectation. Just listen to me first.
But Vegas ain't Vegas ain't Los Angeles.
That's as West region that we don't get.
Vegas ain't Los Angeles,
bro.
Though.
Listen to me.
Vegas ain't California.
Understand what I'm saying first.
Okay, so those people who are in Vegas, they're all from West Coast because you wasn't from West Coast.
My expectation, which is what I'm trying to explain to you, when Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance came on, I literally expected motherfuckers hanging off the ceiling going crazy. I wanted somebody to get up and walk across that motherfucking theater stage, and I was just like, damn, it's not happening. And I said to my wife, she's right upstairs, I was like, man, this damn halftime ain't hitting the way I thought it was. Yeah. It did not get jumping until Not Like Us. So my point in all of this in the conversation is he's not as big as y'all are trying to make him out to be.
To you.
Hold on.
To you.
The proof is what I'm saying.
He's big enough to me.
Who the fuck listens to it?
I do. That's all that matters.
So
guess what?
You are one.
Clearly, people listen to him. Because what is he at right now? Pull him up right now.
Where is he at?
Where's he at? GNX.
Where's he at?
Billboard. I'm going to pull it up right now.
Peekaboo.
Pull it up right now. If you want to go there, we can go there.
Get out of here, bro. Look,
what's the number one song right now in the Hot 100 on Billboard?
Either Not Like Us or Luther, probably.
Yeah, Not Like Us, Luther. You know what's the number 3 song?
What?
Is it Drake?
Why are we talking about
Drake?
No,
it's not Drake. It's TV off.
Why are we talking about Drake?
You know what's the number 5 song? We know what's the number 5 song? Squabble Up. So you mean to tell me no one's listening to it?
Listen to me.
You mean to tell me no one's listening to it?
We've been on this live for an hour and 24 minutes, and the name Drake ain't came up in the last 45 minutes.
So you mean to tell me no one's listening to this?
So I'm saying to you, at the end of the day, we already know the Super Bowl stimulus package, so the numbers are already inflated.
So now the numbers are inflated. Now the numbers are inflated.
Let me say.
Go ahead, my bad.
This is my opinion because I said this last night. I really haven't listened to Kendrick Lamar. I know a couple of his songs, and that's based.
Nobody has. Go ahead.
But now some serious shit. This is based off of like what they played on the radio or what I seen on TV, like the videos and shit. But when you really think about it, and Avery, like, take the bias out of this shit, like, for real, you really don't hear his shit or like the stuff. If you take Not Like Us away, the diss, credit Drake for this success.
They don't want to admit
say
it.
this.
They don't want to admit
that's not
it.
happening. We're not about to
No,
sit here. We're not about to sit here and say that
no. Listen
Kendrick's
to
success
me.
because of Drake.
Shout out. Hella people in Vegas is from the Bay in LA, bro. Listen, I'm not debating with you because people come from everywhere to go to Vegas.
I'm not saying it like that, but I'm just saying it just because of the beef. Me personally, I've never heard his shit get played as much now from when he came out until this song came out.
And it's thousands of people that didn't even listen to his music because they didn't know who he was that are now going back and discovering it because it's the hottest topic. I just gave him kudos at the beginning. I said, this is his best year. Give him his flowers.
But it's like I said yesterday, we break down regions, right? If you from out west, you're going to play his shit.
Facts.
If you up east, you're going to listen to Hove, Kiss, Biggie, Cool J, Big L, Pun, Fat Joe, 50, Ja Rule, them. You're going to listen to that shit. South, you already know we listen to anything Memphis, anything New Orleans, anything Florida, anything Tennessee. I mean, not Tennessee, Texas. But like, he has a huge following. I said this to you yesterday. I'm going to keep saying it. California's a big ass state.
Huge.
He go platinum alone.
Facts.
Kiss said this shit years ago. I don't need nothing outside of New York. I can go platinum in New York alone.
Facts.
But what I'm saying is like not to downplay Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a good artist. He's a hell of an artist. But me, I really never heard his shit like outside of a couple songs that they played on the radio. He wasn't getting that much play until this beef.
Shout out to the YouTube live. I'm from the Bay Area. I'm not playing Kendrick, but I know folks that do. His following confuse me. I'm not trying to change your opinion, and your preference is your preference.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing with that. But what I'm saying to you is we can't say that if a whole fucking group of people listen to something and you see them enjoying it, when it comes on, you see their reaction, your mood. Music is supposed to be a pick-me-up.
Yeah.
The mood changes when these certain songs and things come on, and you see the influence and the impact that a Snoop, a Dre, a Too Short, a E40. If Sprinkle Me come on right now, bro, I highly doubt that the room is going to sit still.
I'm cracking the old English.
And I'm saying to you, and it may be where I'm just in an atmosphere of people that, I don't know, maybe they don't, but I want to know the atmosphere where his music comes on and it's the same reaction that we're talking about. That's what I'm trying to inquire about.
Like,
what setting are you in where when his music come on, everybody jump up and
basically like if you play, what you say, what was like one of his good, like his best albums?
Damn.
Okay, so would Damn get the same reaction as All Eyes on Me?
Yeah. In my opinion. But whatever.
No, I'm not here to argue that.
No. Because it's like,
I'm not here to argue that.
I'm looking at,
because I'm just going off of what he's saying, like far as like the reaction and shit. Because once again, I can't critique the music. I've never listened to him like that. I just heard a couple tracks. He got a couple tracks, just like Drake. I've never listened to a Drake album, but he has a lot of tracks that I actually like.
And that's why I've said that openly. I've made the effort, but I don't listen to singing Drake. I do not.
Yeah, because he got that song "Give Me a Hug."
That's his only rapping song he has on that track.
That's a rapping song?
On there. It's the only rapping song he has on there. Listen to it.
Nah, I don't want to listen to it.
That's actually the only good song he has on there.
Y'all ain't gonna change my mind about No Kia, bro. No Kia is a bop. You're not gonna change my mind. I don't care.
Nokia, like a Nokia phone.
That's on there?
Man, there's a lot of 20-somethings that's never heard a single track on All Eyes on Me. And bro, it's just
Ambitious as a Raw is still one of the greatest songs.
But that's what I'm saying. Soon as you push play, you was locked in on All Eyes on Me.
And then you think about this. Tyson came out to that song.
I guess and this is just like I said, we're going to talk about how I look at things, how you look at things is going to be different. So let's accept that. All right. And it is what it is. Because I'm always going to view K Dot. But some people want to put Pac. Obviously, you're going to have who you have. And it is what it is. But for me personally, the reason why I have K Dot up there, because that's where you want to know, why'd you put K Dot at your number one? The reason why I have K Dot's number one, because his music just speaks to me on a level that the others don't. I play it the most. It's something that it resonates with me. It's something that I find myself always coming back to, triple X, for example, the 3X, he's talking about guns and gun control and stuff like that. The album Duckworth, the song Duckworth on Damn, Loyalty, Humble, DNA, and I'm just going off Damn album, you know what I'm saying? Good Kid, Mad City, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. All those songs that I'm referencing, for me, they just hit harder. Now, if people aren't rocking with that, that's fine. I understand that. At the end of the day, music is subjective. Your opinion is your opinion. Mine is mine. Yeah. It is what it is. I still respect it. We can disagree about it, but that's just how it's going to be. Yeah. But it's hard to explain something like that when at the end of the day, it's all opinion based and it's all how we intake the music.
Go ahead. What you say?
Like I was saying to you, like what we talked about yesterday, it's what you prefer. It's your preference. Can't get mad at you for liking that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you like, that's what you like. You know what I'm saying? Same with us. We don't like the beige nigga from Canada. Really?
Look, don't say we.
I said we don't.
Don't say we.
No, we don't. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
He's talking
greatness.
about we.
Yeah.
I appreciate greatness.
You know what I'm saying? I can't respect a nigga got a heart part on the side of his head. But, whatever.
You see that video of him throwing that flip flop though?
Yeah.
But hold on.
But in all seriousness though, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Kate, I think he's a good rapper. I'm not taking it away from him. But to your point, what you're saying, what I was trying to say is, it's like, you really didn't hear his shit like it until this beef.
To me, you can't even argue that is a fact. Now, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole. We've been on it for an hour and a half. We're going to get ready to close it up. Great conversation. If y'all want to continue it, whoever's listening or watching, throw me some comments.
There's some questions in here.
And we'll revisit it. Why you pulling it up?
Yeah, pull it up.
Let me make this point. Because, again, I'm not trying to challenge your preference. And I get what you're saying. I'm not going to say my friend's name, but we had a conversation about the song. I believe it was on the Mr. Morale album, Daddy Issues or whatever. And this person said that song hit him. And it hit him in a way that where he was emotional, thinking about his relationship with his pops and things like that. So from a connection standpoint, I get it. I'm saying that what atmosphere are you in when you consume his music? It has to be on a one-on-one level where you're soaking it in by yourself. So you hear everything that he's saying and it's getting you emotional. You picture things in your personal life. He's a master at that. Give him kudos, give him credit. But I'm saying for me and my preference, when I listen to music on my own, I've said it a million times. It's for a pick-me-up. I'm looking for energy. I want to move. I want to hear something that's going to make me move. I'm at a gathering with other people. The music is going to make us move. Think about how many pool parties we done been to back here in this backyard. When some bullshit come on, everybody, hey, bro, we ain't feeling this. How many times has that happened back here? No disrespect, but
I mean, outside of when,
don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
But you get what I'm saying.
Don't do it.
But you get what I'm saying.
Man.
Or in my early years, when I'm in college and things like that, bro, we was going to parties. We was going to clubs. I was in that type of atmosphere. And I see how people react when certain songs and shit come on. And I'm saying to you, unless I've just been under a rock, there has been no atmosphere where I've even heard his music come on. Maybe Humble will come on or whatever, but Not Like Us is the only track that will make a whole fucking room go crazy.
Yeah.
And that's recent. So you still got Good Kid, Mad City.
Mm-hmm.
You got To Pimp a Butterfly, whatever it was called.
To Pimp a Butterfly. You got it.
Damn. You got Mr. Morale. You got 4 freaking albums. And on those albums, there's not one track that's going to come on in a regular open atmosphere, not you consuming it on a personal level. That to me is the biggest difference in everything that we're talking about. Juicy come on, it don't matter where you at.
Yeah.
And that's the argument that I'm trying to present. I'm like, bro, I can't think of a track to where soon as it come on, the whole room reacts.
Have you seen Kendrick perform Good Kid, Mad City live?
No.
I urge you to check that out on YouTube. Just check it out on YouTube. I have it pulled up, but just check it out.
A concert?
Concert live. Just see it live.
So people paid to come see it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I mean, it you know,
excuse me.
I guess I don't, when I listen to music, I listen to music by myself. I don't worry about, you know.
And I think that's the outlier in
what
we're talking about.
The atmosphere. It's like I don't when I listen to music, I'm not listening to music, you know, like, well, shit. You know, it's just different. That's why I said when intake music is different.
Like you said, pick me up, but music, we listen to certain music because of certain moods we're in.
That too.
Especially when I'm sad.
Because you know, it could be, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't follow K-Dot like that. I just know a couple tracks. You know what I'm saying? He might got a couple tracks on her because of a mood that I'm in. I need to hear this because it's uplifting. You know,
to me, it's depressing, and I know a lot of people may not agree. I ain't even saying it to be funny, bro.
So real quick,
it's therapy to some, but to me, that shit is depressing. I feel like him and Tyler Perry have a gift.
Oh wow!
But at the same time, no, hear me out, bro. Hear me out.
Tyler Perry,
because I'm not a Tyler Perry fan because I feel like he prays and benefits on Black trauma.
Yeah.
I don't rock with Tyler Perry because he has his own everything and he has the possibility to send out different messages other than people being abused and all that. Like I quit rocking with him because I feel like he benefits off Black trauma.
Yep.
Right.
Now, when you go to Kendrick Lamar's music, to me, in my opinion,
it's just Black trauma to you.
He's brilliant at storytelling. I give y'all that. But a lot of the shit that he's talking about, bro, is depressing. It's like therapy stories and shit. And I'm just like, who wants to sit down and consume that without you now feeling fucked up? Like you said, you sitting back reminiscing and thinking about shit that you may have went through. And I'm saying that for me and how I consume music, I want something that's going to make me get up and move. I want something that's going to make me say, hey, honey, hey, let's go turn off the lights, light a candle. Let's put me in a mood to do something. Don't put me in a mood to shut me down.
Imagine having sex to Hotline Bling, though. Oh, man. Oh, imagine clapping cheeks to Controller. Come on. But I get what you're saying. And you're, you know, like you said, at the end of the day, it's how we consume music. Couple comments. Kevin, he's going hard on me right now. Actually, several people going hard.
On you?
Yeah. Which is expected, though. You know,
we didn't come here to jump you. Go ahead. So,
Kevin's like, Kiki still getting club play. He mentioned Slim Thug. He said Avery needs to be slapped. Like, damn, come on, fam. You won that 19. All right, whatever.
They said
like that sample 3 6 Mafia. You right. That was a hot track. It says Maceo Jones. Maceo.
Yeah, shout out to Maceo. He's in Atlanta.
Kendrick's my dude. He isn't in the GOAT combo yet. I feel like he's building steam to be in the debate right now, but not yet. I can respect that.
I can respect it too, because that's all I was trying to say. Like, people already got him there. How?
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Kevin, but the point you were making that, is he's in the top Billboard right now because he's hot right now. He's saying prior to the Drake beef, who was talking about K. Dot?
Crickets.
I can respect that, but he also did he had one of the biggest tours of all time with the Mr. Morale, but that's neither here nor there.
Everybody's
see, I don't.
Yeah, that's it. But I'm saying,
but see, it'd be shit like that.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, but so I get that. I get that,
so
but it's not for He's saying that Kiki still be dropping. This is Charles. Charles said Kiki still dropping dope music, and then Demarion Fleming. He was just like, Demarion, yeah. So this is actually a dope thing. I like this because it's never been this engaged, and I'll be honest with you, it got not heated, but it got animated.
You're the only one that got elevated. You start turning red.
You did too, though. You did too. But honestly though, and this is just for us for the podcast. I like that.
I love it.
I like that.
That's what I'm telling you.
I think that's how it should be, though.
It's therapeutic.
Yeah.
You're talking to somebody who for years, that's what my Facebook was. Me going back and forth with people to the point to where, bro.
You still like that sometimes.
I done slowed down a whole lot.
Yeah.
A whole lot. Because there's so many Jordan and Kobe conversation I want to be a part of. Just like, you know what? Let him down that hill.
But he's still GOAT James, though. I will bring that. I am on the GOAT James side of things.
He tried to crucify me yesterday for saying that shit.
What?
Tell him what I said.
I want to hear this.
When we was talking about I told him yesterday, I said, we need to have a podcast about top 5 cults.
Shout out to Charles. He called me. He said he won't in on that.
What I mean by that, annoying
You're talking
annoying
fan base.
What fan base make you hate set team or player or entertainer?
UK.
Look,
Nicki Minaj.
I literally said on live yesterday that the Cowboys is going to be on there.
So that's perfect. If that is going to be the next conversation, then y'all can put some thought into it. The way I got it now is like I can shoot somebody a link and they can join in on the video now.
All right.
Hopefully this is the format that I'm going with moving forward. Like
Kevin said he's in these streets.
Shout out to everybody that's been watching. It's a Saturday night. Appreciate it. Dope conversation. Like I said, I told you, I enjoy debating. I enjoy doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one of them people where I'm just going to say shit just to be saying it.
Yeah.
So if I say something, I'm trying to bring every logical thought that I have to back up what I'm saying.
Right.
And I'm going to keep explaining it to you to where it's like, okay, I can see why you say that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't agree with you.
Oh, yeah.
But I see why you say that.
And I get both you guys' viewpoints. I get it. I'm right there with you. I don't agree with it, but yeah, I get it.
And it's just
that's how it's going to be.
Cool, but you have some people to be like, fuck you, don't like really like, but we ain't like that though. Like if you, it's agree to disagree. If you don't feel what I'm saying, cool. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Like just respect what I'm.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My point of view of shit.
And what's crazy is that's how social media is, and it's unfortunate that that's where we're at in society, where you can say one thing, I say one thing, and then someone will chime in the middle and say something, and they'll say something and just be so disrespectful with it. And like, damn, bro, like we were just having a debate, and now you call me out my name, insulting me, stuff, and now now.
I used to be that person where I used to get so emotionally tied to it because I told you, I just said it. If I have an opinion on something and I feel strongly about it, I have shit that's gonna back it up and validate what I'm saying.
Right.
But if I'm arguing and going back and forth with a person that's just saying shit and throwing out jabs that ain't got no foundation to what you're saying, now you pissing me off. And then that's how we get to the jabs and this and that. That's why I slowed down on doing it. Shout out to whoever's watching the YouTube. I'm finna tap in again. Appreciate y'all. I enjoyed the conversation. Hit that subscribe button for me, man.
Yes,
appreciate
please.
you.
Yes,
appreciate you. Like I said, hopefully this avenue is gonna help grow it. I've never gone live on YouTube.
That's the first time.
This is the first time.
Okay, that was
usually,
dope,
like I said, I record it, try to edit it, and then put it out there. But now, hopefully, this is a one-stop shop. So once I hit end stream, It's out there.
Yeah.
I don't have to do nothing else, so it's gonna make it easier for me.
I told you, like I can go, like I'm gonna probably go grab me another phone because like I can do live on Facebook and TikTok.
So perfect, man. Like I said, appreciate everybody rocking with us. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Anything else y'all got in closing?
In closing, man, I'm hungry.
Me too.
When we gonna do
Golden Corral?
Oh no,
that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh,
no. you trying to fight now?
I am. I chose violence.
Was that umami? Isn't that Golden Corral gone? Golden Corral gone, ain't it?
Where?
Yeah, the used to be Golden Corral Street. Now it's Umami Buffet.
Well, that means,
talking about on Dixie.
On Dixie.
That means we pulling up in your backyard over in Indiana.
Do what you gotta do. You want to come over?
Now this guy on Taylorsville Road.
You don't want to go there. They got rats.
Look, I don't even care.
I mean, if it ain't a D minus, I'm not going.
Yeah,
I don't even care.
But no. But seriously though, I appreciate you having me over here. You know, every time I come over.
Oh Lord, look, bro. Golden Corral, I respectfully disagree. Come on, dog. Don't do that. Shout out to Dante, dog.
Oh, yeah.
You need to go on back to bed, man.
I fuss with you because you're right.
Like I said, look, there go a conversation right there too. In closing for me, and I'm gonna say this, and they always got some bull going on at Golden Corral. No Golden Corral slander will be tolerated tonight. I'm gonna say this and then we gone.
They had the Ryans though.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be gone.
Man,
because, and I ain't saying this to piss you off.
Oh, whoa. Time out. Whoa. Y'all who?
Y'all
who?
Y'all older people. It's y'all fault. Y'all parents is taking y'all there and trying to, my kid's 6 years old. And you 15. Taking 7 and 9, 10 rolls.
You know what though? Honestly, I think at 15, Ryan's might have already been gone.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah,
shout out to Ryan's.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Ryan's.
Because like we had at one point we had a Sizzlers, Ponderosa, Ryan's, and then Golden Corral just came out of nowhere.
Best Ryan's was the Ryan's on Dixie. That's neither.
That's why I said we
finish it.
We're an hour 45 minutes into this, bro.
Because I know you ready to say something. I ain't gonna be able to rebuttal, but whatever.
No, because there's also a talking point. I've seen a lot of memes and stuff going around, and it was like talking about Drake makes music for little teenage girls, and if you got a preference that this album is for chicks, then that shows you what kind of music he make. And I'm saying, you know what? Kiss my ass. I can't even get it out because I'm telling you, I was mad behind it because I shared Party Next Door's tweet where he was like, this album was for N-words that's trying to F women. And I'm saying that to me, the only people that I saw giving flack or pushback to that, I'm like, bro, you don't even come off as nobody that's gonna relate to that statement anyway. It was an R&B album that was released on Valentine's Day. So what other reason would you consume it if you in the company of a woman or you trying to set a mood or like there's no reason why a dude should be sitting around listening to that alone.
I'm keeping 100 with you. I ain't clapping no cheeks to no Drake album.
But I'm just saying, like at the end of the day, the people who created it, that's what they said, and everybody made a mockery of it. Yeah. Like, it's just like a pedophile. Like, what the fuck?
Hey man, I'll be honest with you though. I did a lot of trolling, and I'm gonna continue to.
I know you did.
You know me though. That's how I roll though. But imagine clapping cheeks to me.
Shout out to Jay too, because I ain't gonna let that damn comment he put on my damn post. I tried to invite his ass. He talking about you mad because you couldn't twerk to it. What did he say? He said something to me about twerking. I was like, you motherfucker, you. I was like, for your information, I didn't even listen to it. Anyways, like I said, I just to me, how you consume music is important. And that's why I wanted to hear from Kendrick fans how do you consume his music? For me, the day that they have released, I've made the effort to sit down. And I'm just like, this ain't for me.
Yeah.
But to each his own.
Yeah.
Can I say this though? Is it not even just the artist? Is it because it's somewhat biased because you cling to certain music though? Because you mainly listen to South, right? Because of the beat.
For the most part.
Because see, that's how I was with East Coast music. It took me a minute to listen to Jay-Z. Because I was listening like to the South, but I always in Midwest, but I always when I listen to East Coast music because of the beat, like it literally made my head hurt.
Okay.
But you know what?
Certain tunes to it and shit. But I love like the style and then you know the wordplay to they songs and shit. Like I thought that shit was dope. I just couldn't get into the beat.
Gotcha.
But you know what? I'm pushing the button.
I disagree.
Simply off the conversation that we having tonight. Because obviously I consume West Coast music.
Yeah. I mean, you did mention that you're E40 too short.
Like a lot of the shit that
Snoop.
was West Coast, I'm very fond and familiar with. Now, do I consume it on a regular?
But hold up though. But there's a but though. When you listen to the early West Coast stuff and listen to today's West Coast stuff, it's like damn near a completely different sound.
Absolutely. It's almost that way for the South. Hey.
I think like I think rap has changed so much that what it sounded like in the 90s and the early 2000s, mumble rap is basically taken over.
So are we the old heads that's just stuck?
Pretty much.
Shout out to Shannon Fry.
You on 35?
I'm OG though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it has to be 40 before
when you
get
stand up to your knees pop.
Yeah.
That's different though.
All right then.
I had ACL
motherfucker,
surgery.
you right there with us. Excuse my language.
As soon as you get up, do it take you about 30 seconds to get out the bed?
Man, don't be doing that.
Then motherfucker, you right there with us. Don't let all these great hairs.
Yeah, y'all got AARP accounts and stuff. I ain't there yet.
Got none of that shit. I do got.
That be eating. What y'all be eating? Honey bunches of oats.
Nah, no. Matter of fact, we're gonna go smash this. Captain Crunch. Damn, cinnamon toast crunch right now. We out of here, man. It's almost 2 hours, but I get what you're saying. And yes and no, because growing up, bro, we consumed the fuck out of R&B music. Mm-hmm. There's no like, bro, we was sitting around listening.
We need to talk about that next time.
Does that exist still?
R&B
it don't exist. So that's R&B. What I'm saying.
Let's talk about that next time. What happened to R&B
Drake
music?
and Party Next Door, they felt like they created an R&B album. Who?
That's his name, Party Next Door.
Party Next Door. That's who the album is.
You don't know who Party Next Door is?
See, you old.
No.
You old. You the old head now, OG.
No, I don't know it. Like, I'm not even being funny. I don't know who that is.
It's a collaboration
do we
album.
have like a song? Like,
Come and See Me. Was that Come and See Me? That's
I know that song.
That's Party Next Door.
So Drake and Party Next Door made this album.
That nigga light skin, ain't he?
No. He's
y'all
they the same color.
First of all, you should feel offended by that.
I don't feel offended when it comes from him. I don't give a damn about at this point.
You lighter than me, bro.
Barely. You go to the tanning bed. We know why you got that YMCA account. You don't be going to the gym. You go right to the bed, bro.
You know what? We getting off here because you getting close to this. When I see Drake, I see two bad bitches or whatever he said. When you see Sexy Red, I see two bad bitches.
Sexy Red, I see two bad bitches.
Y'all finna get too disrespectful on here, but nah, bro. Like
about Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches.
But all jokes aside, like I get what you saying, and
next door.
I'm saying
I really don't know what that is though. I really don't. I ain't been funny.
I try not to be biased when I consume music.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't like it, I'll say I don't like it. But I'm not gonna tell you that because you do like it, that you don't know music. You're not intelligent because you don't understand the true meaning of the Super Bowl performance. Like, man, get the fuck out of here with that.
Right.
That's a lot of the stuff that was making me upset.
That's cult stuff.
Popping like a motherfucker 35 and good as shake, but it still hurt. Swear, bro. Like, nah. But anywho, man, we out though. I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation, man.
Yes. He looks like Party Next Door, by the way.
Nah.
Dreads and all. That's big P&D right here.
That nigga got a do-rag. He got a do-rag on.
Oh, man. So hopefully this is a snippet of what's to come with the podcast. We got multiple mics now. Got a mic for a fourth guest. Got the setup to where if ain't nobody in the room with us, they can still jump in and be on camera, be on the episode, and we just chop it up. In order for me to get the Facebook live comments on here, I'm gonna have to make my profile public. It's private, but based on this streaming, I'm supposed to be able to see comments from all services that I'm streaming on. So that's dope. I enjoyed it, man. Appreciate y'all boys.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having us.
We out.
Ass toasted, no competition. Amnesia coasting. I feel so high, I feel so live. My body's intertwined. Amnesia coasting. I feel so live, and I know why. That I can't deny. Amnesia coasting. Giddy, fine wine, fools, malt liquor. Wish me I'm high class.